My next guest is a man on a mission, and that mission is to make relationships happier and more fulfilling. So today I'm out front with the best-selling author of The Man God Has for You, Stephan Labossiere, about how to survive being single on Valentine's Day or Valentine's Day weekend, depending on when you celebrate. Welcome to the show, Stephan.
Thank you for having me on.
So I'm really excited to talk about this because so much is, such a big deal. I've already, got people calling about like Sherry's berries and pro flowers and all that kind of stuff. Valentine's Day is a very big deal, but what, as they say, do the lonely do, or at least the single do on Valentine's Day? What is like your first piece of advice for women, especially on how to navigate this day of love?
Well, the first thing is understand this day does not define you. Yes, it's made to be a big day because it's a commercial thing and people want to drum up all kinds of activities and sales to go along with it. However, there are people in relationships who aren't having a happy Valentine's Day. And it doesn't define a person's relationship who is dealing with someone. It doesn't define yours when you're not dealing with somebody. You have to remember that this is just another day. And if anything, it's an opportunity for you to make the best of it for yourself and for you to be happy and to focus on the positives and the blessings that you do have in your life and not on what's not happening at the moment.
Right. So to look at it in general as a day of love, no matter who it is that you are loving, whether it's your children or your sister or a friend.
Or yourself.
Most importantly, yourself.
Absolutely.
So I know your mission really is to get women, I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, in the position to be a wife and to really how to wait on that day in a way that is not only, pleasing to God, but also, as you said, pleasing to yourself and in a place where you're happy while you're waiting.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, so how do women get there? Because society, from media to commercial holidays to, books, everybody wants to be in that relationship. So how does a woman, what does that waiting period for her look like, according to you? What should it look like?
Well, it should look like it's not even waiting anymore. It's preparing to receive. It's about you basically setting yourself up for what you desire and making sure that when the time comes, because the opportunity will come, the opportunity comes for so many people, if not everybody. It's just that when it does, we either don't know what to do with it. We're afraid of it. We don't know how to nurture it. So many things can go wrong when you're not ready for true love and it hits you. And if you've been through a lot of things in your life and you've been damaged and you haven't healed from these things, which healing is the number one thing I would want everyone to focus on. Man, woman, doesn't matter. Everyone needs to heal. But if you don't heal, you will run from true love. You will not embrace it. It will be too scary and you will question everything about it. So you have to understand that it's not about waiting for it to happen. It's about preparing for it to happen and making sure that you're in the right place, in the right mindset, and also understanding that it's your happiness now. It's your happiness while you're single, or more so your positive energy that's going to attract what you're looking for in life. So you can't be dwelling in sadness and frustration and anxiety and all these negative things thinking that's going to produce positive results for you. You have to learn how to get to a place of peace where you are. You may have your moments, we're human, but your life needs to be more about positivity and the blessings that you do have, and understanding how this will attract more into your life.
You know what, I heard a quote from Pastor John Gray out of Houston, Lakewood Church, and he said that, and you have a book by this title too, but the whole notion of he who findeth a wife find a good thing. And the whole premise of it was that women, if you want to be a wife, you need to be a wife now, whether that man is there or not. And because it is not how he who find a girlfriend findeth a good thing is a wife. What is your response to that?
I agree with it. I look at it like when people tell you to dress for the position that you want at work. You know, you don't wait till you get hired as a manager to start behaving like someone who can be a manager. You have to exude those qualities as you are now. So I do believe that if you're a woman who's aspiring to be a wife, and don't be ashamed or run from that, because I believe that society has made a lot of women feel guilty about wanting relationships or wanting to be a wife, as if, oh, that's not good enough to aspire to. You need to focus on other things. Forget that. You don't need a man. Listen, there's nothing wrong with that. We all want love. We all want companionship. So if that person knows they want to be a wife, then let's put that to the forefront and let's figure out, okay, well, what qualities do I need to embrace? What kind of energy do I need to put out to exude that I am wife material? Because the reality is there's a lot of good women, but that doesn't mean you're wife material as you currently are. You can be. And it's the same thing that goes for men. There's a lot of good men, but they're not husband material. They got some work to do. So if we want that in our lives, then yes, we have to position ourselves now as what we want to be, as what we want to receive, so that it can happen.
So now Stephan has 3 books out, right? Or is it 4 now? Are we still at 3?
It's 4 now.
Oh, it's 4 now. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I got more reading to do. So he's got 4 books out that talk all about, you know, how to prepare yourself. And I love that, instead of waiting, that you are in preparation and expectation. But he also has a tour. So he is coming live to your city to talk about love and relationships. It's the Truth About Love tour. And you can find out more information on the web at truthaboutlovetour.com. Thank you so much for coming to the show and lending your expertise. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no, I'm waiting on you when you get to Dallas. You'll be in Dallas in April. So I'm going to have that front row seat so I can get all the information.
Absolutely.
I will see you then. Thanks again, Stephan.
All right. Thank you.
Back to you, Al.